I lost the bookmarker. Have to put the books down. Now. I guess because I gotta do a show now. My gosh, that camera looks like it fuzzy. It does not look straight at all. Enough technical issues going on right now. Let's talk about another episode of Red Dwarf with the episode Nanarchy, which is a play of word nanos and anarchy. So what happened in this episode? Well, basically, let's cut back to what previously happened.
Mr. Sir, you're awake! Buddy, you look great!
Thanks for that bit of the cut there. So what happened previously was, Dave, lost his arm, so the entire episode is basically, at the same time, them trying to feel like, hey, I think we might know where Red Dwarf is. So, as the episode goes on, they also try to feel like, hey, maybe they try to feel like plans to try to give Dave a new arm to, help it regrow. So, sort of like how, Deadpool would have done that or something like that.
Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret.
But, as the episode goes on, they actually discover Red Dwarf. And, shenanigans happen.
Guys, we got a problem!
I gotta say, as a, ending to a two-parter, it was actually pretty good. I like the whole aspects of, ever so often, Cat, who is sometimes is the poking. His character is sort of like an actual cat, where they'll just pat you, say, hey, trying to get your attention here.
You'll move.
Can you imagine that? 1 minute you got 2 arms, and the next, zing, doof, you got 1. Ooh-wee, that's tough.
You'll move.
And it stands to reason we must need 2 arms. That's why we got 2 arms. Well, except you.
So as the episode goes on, Dave goes, basically they try to figure how we can fix it. So they find nanobots. And I gotta say, the way that Crichton is able to communicate with them, usually you'd think there would just be a code, but he just talks to them while they talk in garbled up gook.
Now, listen up. Here's the deal. We want that planetoid turned back into Red Dwarf, and we also want you to build a new arm for Mr. Lister. If you don't, you'll get more of this.
But he's able to, in a way, get them to, go along with what they want by just, tapping on the glass. Sort of what you're not supposed to do with fish, just to annoy them.
Did they hurt you? Say something!
Yeah, don't tap the glass. They hate it when you do that.
And I do love how we have the return of a fan favorite character in this episode who returned to the series. In this case, our good old friend Holly.
What's happened to him? That's quite horrific, isn't it? What was it, a cheap razor? It's just not worth buying them from garages, is it?
Don't you remember me? I'm Crichton.
Crichton? I'm sorry, mate. It was the way the light was shining on your... what's the right word? Face, I suppose.
The computer of Red Dwarf, that is. If you hadn't watched season 1 or the first 2 seasons of the show. And I gotta be honest, it's great to see him again. It just kind of is. I like the character of Holly. He's just a fun character. I like him. But they're able to get the nanomites or nanobots or whatever, and Dave is, they decide to help give Dave a whole new arm and all that. But I feel like say when Kachansky first like see the reaction of like, oh my.
Has it worked?
It's been a 100% success, sir. In fact, it's been a 500% success. In fact, they've, well, if that's all, sir, I think I'll retire for the evening. Good night.
Because he's been given the body of a, like a weightlifter. And I love Dave's reaction to it. I mean, I feel like sometimes some guys would be like saying, "Oh my gosh!" Like I feel like some guys would be like want like a easy ride out to working out. And then we discover something that would lead into a next phase of Red Dwarf, which is Starbug has actually gotten smaller compared to Red Dwarf. So I kind of like that as like a cliffhanger. Overall, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this episode. See you next time. Well, instead of just, like, walking out of frame, why don't I do this?